As a part of the metaverse or group of applications under tech giant Meta, WhatsApp boasts an impressive 2.78 billion users. That's more than 50% of the 5.3 billion internet users globally. On a daily basis, over 138 billion messages are reportedly being exchanged on the app. And by 2025, they expect an 18% increase on the app's active monthly users. Currently, WhatsApp ranks first as the most downloaded communication app globally with around 45 million downloads per month. At this point, it has become one of those apps that people would effortlessly use one day, but would have serious effects when removed. While its 2022 revenue of $330 million is small compared to Facebook's $116.6 billion in the same year, it's understandable, yet impressive, since WhatsApp doesn't run ads. But with no ad defense, how exactly does WhatsApp make money? And how does it plan to sustain revenue in the following years to come? And once they do start running ads, are you gonna have to pay to use it? Stay tuned, hit that like button, subscribe, and be prepared to be intrigued as we unravel this story. WhatsApp was founded way back in 2009 when pair Brian Acton and Jan Koum left their jobs at Yahoo. They designed the app with the purpose of showing "What's up?" or statuses of users beside their usernames or handles. On the 24th of February of that year, Koum succeeded in establishing WhatsApp Inc. in California. In line with Apple iOS's push notification feature, WhatsApp served as a way for friends and family to update each other on their whereabouts, to know what's up. This would be the foundation for their operating model as they shifted WhatsApp as an internet-based instant messaging platform. This idea proved to be a hit since now, users are able to log in with just a phone number. This idea's ingenuity would prove to be WhatsApp's hallmark and competitive advantage globally. In this 2.0 era of WhatsApp, it proved to be more attractive than competitors like BlackBerry's BBM, Google's Gtalk, and Skype, where exclusivity and complexity seemed like a recurring pattern. By August of 2009, this 2.0 version was submitted to the App Store, and by then, they had a staggering 250,000 users. But that was just the beginning. After all, the app was still limited to sending text messages, and the idea of sending media files was uncommon back then. This all began to change in November 2009 when it was exclusively launched in iPhone's App Store, and by then, it served as the perfect alternative to sending SMS locally and even internationally for free. Soon enough, the duo hired Chris Pfeiffer, one of their friends, to develop a version of WhatsApp for BlackBerry upon numerous email requests from iPhone users. 2 months later, a BlackBerry version was launched. However, WhatsApp would remain up to this day to have the US as its low-performing market. After all, there was really not that much incentive for people to switch to WhatsApp in the US back then, where a lot of mobile operators offered flat rates and free minutes for text and calls. 2 years later, support for Android and Windows OS were introduced to WhatsApp in relation to their astonishing user base growth. As a platform to take the app outside the US and invade the European market where text and calls were metered. For the first few years, Koum and Acton would go on to work for free, the only main expense initially being the verification text sent to users. They would adapt to this change by slightly altering the business model for users to pay an annual fee costing 99 cents in a feature that they removed in 2016. By 2011, WhatsApp would be listed as one of the top 20 apps in the App Store as a paid application, and even by then, their users only continued to skyrocket. And while the co-founders were not a big fan of the press and marketing, they were fairly assured with the sustainability aspect of the app. Jim Goetz, Sequoia's capital partner, saw this as an opportunity and tried his luck to get in contact with Koum and Acton. After 8 months of persistence, he succeeded in being WhatsApp's strategic advisor, along with his approximate investment of $8 million in exchange for roughly 15% of the company. 2 years later, they saw users rise to a jaw-dropping 200 million. With this growth came an increase in staff to 50, and an additional funding of $50 million from Sequoia Capital, and at this point, WhatsApp was valued at $1.5 billion. By February of 2014, Facebook saw WhatsApp as its biggest competitor yet, but also an opportunity for the ad-driven Facebook. They viewed WhatsApp's business model as something that can be used as its core, and for other features as well. It was through this growth that WhatsApp was able to introduce end-to-end encryption and ultimately change the business model once again and stop charging fees in 2016. Around this time, different competitors around different regions were rising, like China's WeChat, South Korea's KakaoTalk, and Japan's Line. WhatsApp's direction would change from here on when in 2016, it was purchased by Facebook for $16 billion. Later that year, WhatsApp's co-founder Brian Acton would leave WhatsApp after 8 years due to a disagreement on WhatsApp's monetization with Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg. But for WhatsApp, the competition didn't matter. The user experience did. WhatsApp would go on to investing in people, expanding the number of product managers and introducing new features to its large user base. It was in 2018 that they finally launched WhatsApp Business, designed to support customer activities for small and medium-sized businesses. More than business owners, this feature was also suitable for freelancers exploring the gig economy who needed to manage their inboxes and interactions with clients. WhatsApp's Business would proceed to change medium and large companies for every action they'll have with customers through the app. What's interesting to note is that the fees would vary by geographical location as well as the nature of the conversation. WhatsApp's Business would boast features that would greatly enhance utility, from company profile customization, message automation, and even inbox organization. Some categories included in the price cards that WhatsApp Business would release include marketing, utility, authentication, and service messaging. They were able to make it equitable yet competitive by basing it off the area's economy, application usage, as well as other factors set in place. By 2021, the total number of global consumers and companies alike using WhatsApp Business would exceed 1.2 billion users. This was a breakthrough for WhatsApp Business, especially with the shift brought about by the COVID-19 pandemic, where business practices diversified greatly. From innovating how and where WhatsApp can be used to offering different platforms and premium features on its WhatsApp Business line. The company is able to make steady projections for the coming years where more people would like to use WhatsApp rather than the standard SMS systems. While there's no foolproof plan, WhatsApp remains to be fairly optimistic with how their WhatsApp Business section would develop to cater more and more businesses and organizations. Even with regional competitors existing, WhatsApp doesn't feel threatened. After all, no one has quite the global reach like WhatsApp. And if all things fail, there are a lot of contingencies for monetization planned ahead for time. For example, a cross-messaging feature for ads. While it is now established that ads are not found on WhatsApp, it doesn't mean that they can't be integrated. Being a part of the metaverse, WhatsApp is able to release features like click-to-messaging, where ads found on Facebook or Instagram would be able to get clicked on and transferred to WhatsApp for a conversation. More than that, it can also capitalize on its existing features like the channels for an eventual method of subscription in the future. If that doesn't work, WhatsApp is willing to explore creating ads for Facebook and Instagram in the app itself. WhatsApp's 2027 prediction ends in envisioning a 4.1 billion user base, which would prompt companies to invest more resources in the app and the community it developed over the years. WhatsApp's unique and inclusive image continues to easily attract individuals and groups all over the world. Their system to stay firm in their principles and eventually develop the ecosystem has helped them to thrive and look at bigger and brighter opportunities looming over in the horizon. If their current plans for growth do not pan out and they end up charging users again to use the app, how would that affect you? Would you continue to use the app if this was the case? And if they do begin running ads, how do you think this may influence the user experience at the app, now having been flooded with ads? Let us know your thoughts on this. If this video piques your curiosity, please don't hesitate to like, share, and subscribe to stay tuned for more captivating business narratives. Thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing, and we'll see you in the next video.